Ever wondered how to make the perfect tamagoyaki? Well, you're in for a treat. Tamagoyaki, a traditional Japanese omelet, is a culinary delight that has been savored in Japan for centuries. This delectable egg dish, whose name literally translates to fried egg, is much more than your typical omelet. Imagine thin layers of seasoned egg mixture, delicately rolled in a frying pan, one on top of the other, then formed into a distinctive log. When sliced, these pieces resemble little golden treasures. But it's not just about the looks. Tamagoyaki is a flavor bomb. You can enjoy it as a hearty Japanese-style breakfast, a side in your bento box, a topping for sushi, or even as a quick snack. And here's an interesting tidbit. Not all tamagoyaki are created equal. Depending on whether you're in the Kanto region like Tokyo or the Kansai region like Osaka, the taste and preparation can vary significantly. So, are you ready to master the art of making tamagoyaki? Stick around. To embark on this culinary journey, we need to gather our ingredients first. The heart of tamagoyaki, as you might have guessed, is eggs. We'll need 4, fresh and ready for whisking. Now, let's add a bit of sweetness with 2 tablespoons of sugar. If you're not a fan of sweet omelets, feel free to adjust this to your liking. The next ingredient is a pinch of salt, just enough to enhance the flavors. To give our tamagoyaki that distinctive Japanese taste, we'll be adding a tablespoon each of soy sauce and mirin. Soy sauce lends a savory depth, while mirin, a type of sweet rice wine, brings a subtle sweetness and tang. These 2 ingredients are the secret to achieving that authentic tamagoyaki taste. It's important to remember that recipes are more like guidelines. Feel free to adjust the ingredients to suit your taste buds. With these simple ingredients, we are set to create our delicious tamagoyaki. Before we dive into cooking, let's get everything prepared. Preparation is not just a step in cooking, it's the foundation upon which the art of culinary creation rests. It's like the blueprint to a house, and without it, we're left fumbling in the dark. Now let's talk eggs. These little orbs of delight are the stars of our show today, and we need to treat them right. You'll need to beat the eggs until they're smooth and frothy. This isn't a race. Take your time and really get them well mixed. Next, we're going to add a little sweetness to the mix. Sugar is the secret ingredient that gives tamagoyaki its distinctive sweetness. But remember, we're aiming for a touch of sweetness, not a dessert. So add your sugar gradually, tasting as you go. Now let's talk seasoning. In comes the salt, balancing out the sweetness from the sugar. Then we introduce soy sauce and mirin. These 2 bring a depth of flavor to our egg mixture, adding savory notes and a hint of acidity. Now, this next step might seem a little peculiar, but trust me, it's worth it. We're going to strain the mixture. Yes, you heard that right. By passing our egg mixture through a fine sieve, we ensure a smoother texture. This removes any lumps and creates a velvety, uniform mixture that cooks evenly. Preparation is not just about getting your ingredients ready, it's also about setting yourself up for success. Take a moment to organize your workspace. Have your pan, spatula, and oil at the ready. Remember, cooking is a dance, and it's always smoother when you know where your partner is. You see, preparation is more than just a task to be completed before the main event. It's a crucial part of the cooking process, a key that unlocks the door to a world of delicious possibilities. Preparation is key to making the perfect tamagoyaki. Now, on to the fun part. Now, it's the moment we've been waiting for. It's time to cook our tamagoyaki. So, let's dive right in. The first thing we're going to do is heat up our pan. Now, this isn't just any pan. It's a rectangular tamagoyaki pan, specifically designed for making this dish. If you don't have one, don't worry. A round pan will also do the trick. But you might need a little more practice to get the shape just right. Once the pan is nice and hot, we're going to add a small amount of oil. Make sure to spread it around evenly. A brush is perfect for this task. This thin layer of oil is what's going to prevent our egg mixture from sticking. Now, here comes the fun part. We're going to pour a thin layer of our seasoned egg mixture into the pan. You want to make sure you cover the entire bottom of the pan. This is the base layer of our tamagoyaki, and it's important to get it just right. Let the egg mixture sit for a moment. You're looking for the edges to start to set, but the center should still be slightly runny. This is the perfect time to start rolling. Using a spatula, start from one end and gently roll the egg towards the other end of the pan. Don't rush this step, patience is key. Once you have your first roll, it's time to add another layer. Push your egg roll to the end of the pan that you started rolling from, then pour another thin layer of egg mixture into the pan. Make sure the new layer connects with the roll. Now, let it cook just like the first layer. Once it's ready, roll the egg again. this time incorporating the first roll into the second layer. This process is almost like creating an egg log, rolling and adding layers until all our egg mixture is used up. It's a delicate dance, a balance between letting the egg cook just enough before rolling it up and adding a new layer. And remember, the key is to keep the layers thin. Too thick and they won't roll properly, too thin and they might tear. As you continue this process, you'll notice your egg log starting to take shape. It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? The golden layers stacked on top of each other, creating a unique texture that's characteristic of Tamagoyaki. It's almost like an edible piece of art. Now here's a little tip. If at any point you notice your egg log isn't quite round, don't worry. Just use a sushi mat to shape it while it's still warm. Wrap the egg roll in the mat and gently press it into shape. This is a little trick that can make a big difference in the final presentation. Once all the egg mixture is used up and your egg log is fully formed, it's time to remove it from the pan. Be gentle. Treat it with care. You've put a lot of effort into this masterpiece after all. And there you have it. You've just cooked your very own Tamagoyaki. Look at those lovely layers, the golden color, the unique shape. It's truly a sight to behold, but don't be too mesmerized, we're not done just yet. And just like that, we have our Tamagoyaki roll. But we're not finished yet. Our Tamagoyaki is cooked and ready, but let's add some finishing touches. Now you may wonder, why does it need shaping? Well, the sushi mat isn't just for sushi. It's the secret tool for achieving that perfect cylindrical shape that is so characteristic of Tamagoyaki. So once your rolled omelet is ready, while it's still hot, place it on the sushi mat. Roll it gently, applying a bit of pressure to shape it into a nice, tight cylinder. It's important to do this while the Tamagoyaki is still hot, as the egg is more malleable and can be shaped easily. Once it cools, it will hold its shape. Speaking of cooling, let's talk about that. After shaping, don't be in a rush to slice it. Patience is key here. Let it cool down first. This allows the egg to set properly and makes slicing a breeze, preventing the omelet from falling apart when you cut it. Alright, now that our Tamagoyaki has cooled and is holding its shape nicely, it's time to cut it into those iconic rectangular slices. Each slice should be about 1 inch thick, resembling little golden bars. Now that we have our slices ready, let's talk about the different ways to enjoy Tamagoyaki. This versatile dish can be served in a variety of ways. Have it as a main course for a Japanese-style breakfast, or serve it as a side dish for your bento box. It also makes a fantastic topping for sushi, and if you're feeling peckish, why not enjoy it as a snack? The options are endless. Remember, Tamagoyaki isn't just about the taste. It's also about the presentation. Arrange the slices neatly on a plate, garnish with some chopped spring onions or sesame seeds, and serve with a side of soy sauce or wasabi for some added zing. There you have it, the perfect Tamagoyaki. Delicious, isn't it? Now go ahead and try this at home. You're bound to impress with this versatile golden delight.